Hanson, I just heard the perfect medical news.
Oh, God.
Some doctor turned himself into a pickle. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
That's the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Wait, what do they call him?
Pickle Rick.
What?
They call him
Damn.
Pickle Rick.
That shit's so fucking hilarious.
Oh, my God. Actually, but in all seriousness, there is some medical news. There's a very, as most of you know, there's a very big pandemic going around. I don't want to get serious or anything, but there's a big pandemic going around. Especially, it's been in my household before. It's the pandemic of cringe. And Karl Warner is a carrier. Actually, Karl Warner is patient zero. Karl Warner is patient 0.
See, my initials are KCW.
Yeah.
Karl Cringe Warner.
Even the way you said that was cringe. The thing was, like, literally, Karl has been saying all these funny things. Like, he said, never be afraid to be cringe. He said, I didn't choose the cringe life chose me. Cringe is my middle name.
Embrace the cringe.
For Karl, you could replace cringe and put simp, and it works.
Exactly.
Look at my Instagram bio. It says,
Karl's...
They call me Mr. MVP.
Because of that one clip where he's like, it's the MVP, simp! He's like the phase simp or whatever.
Yeah, isn't like a gamer. Like that.
Speaking of yours, can we talk about your 7th grade Instagram?
Oh my God. Karl, I don't think this... I think this is a topic
7th grade.
Oh my God.
I think this is a...
Severus Snape?
Yeah. No. This is the thing. Karl, literally, it has gone on... Oh, no.
Oh, no.
We've not talked about it on the podcast. Karl in the middle school was like fucking like the biggest villain of all time. He was like the Keemstar of our grade. It was like at the time, yeah, he was like Keemstar. He basically would like post shit on Instagram, piss everybody off. He'd like say, "We need to shut down all public libraries." And everybody was like getting pissed at him. He would post like he'd post like videos of him talking.
Like Severus Snape.
He'd post him going like, "Potter, 4 points from Gryffindor."
Jesus.
Or like
I am the Half-Blood Prince. He would be saying shit like that.
His in-quote comedy Instagram page.
Yeah. He was like, oh,
Karl.
And then whenever I would
With
get
a K?
whenever I get like a new small milestone, I'd be like, "Thanks for 100 subscribers on Instagram."
Thanks, you.
Bro,
Exactly.
The one I remember was like
You're not about to say
the math one. You're like,
Okay. Because we're not gonna mention the one about like the Uptown Funk song.
Oh,
We're
what?
Not, we're not mentioning that.
Wait, what is that? What's Uptown Funk?
No, we can't mention that.
No.
I mean,
Why can't you mention it?
we can, Carl. Come on. Don't
Why
be
not?
a simp.
It's not on the internet anymore.
you're legally obligated to mention
You don't
this.
have to, if it's about someone, you don't have to say who it is.
All right, so basically, this one time in I think 7th grade, or I think it was like it was definitely over summer break, 100%.
Uh-huh.
Because I got the answer back while I was on my pontoon, but basically,
On the
Oh
pond.
my God. I remember
God, this is just bringing up
Great
Karl's
talent
past.
show in fifth grade.
That was money
she
moves.
sent me a DM and an answer on Instagram, but
Was
what
this
happened?
Savannah?
No.
never mind.
So it was. Does anybody know who it is?
Dude, it was it.
No.
Bro, stop
That was-
saying
that
people's
was-
names.
sorry.
She doesn't live here anymore. That's fine.
I remember.
I mean, it's still a person who exists,
She moved
Karl.
to Arizona. It's fine. So
We could go meet her.
Send her a postcard.
dude,
She's living with Jason Kubel.
She
We're
lives
going
in
to
like it's called Arizona. Literally, the town name.
Stop saying where she lives.
Jesus. Yeah, her IP address is 46.
Exactly. Oh my God.
So her social security.
Tell me the damn story,
basically,
Karl.
I was in my room one day, like by myself, and I was like, you know what? I got a great idea. You know how I'm gonna get a girlfriend? I am going to make the most cringe video, and it's off the internet.
Oh, I know
So
who it's about.
I went like this is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white girl. Like no,
White-
that ice
white
cream.
girl.
Screw that.
White girl.
She was white.
Like this one for, and then instead of saying like them hood girls or good girls, it's like this one for, and then I said this girl's name that was in our grade, and like this one is for blank. You know, this one is for insert.
Wait,
name.
do I know who it is?
Let me write it down on my
How about this?
phone.
Yeah,
Oh,
you write it down on your phone, so then I
I'll
can.
write it down on my
I'll have
phone.
to do less
So
things.
I went this one for, and then I said the name, and they're like, "Will you be my girlfriend?"
Oh no!
I think it is.
Please don't
Wait,
tell me.
let me confirm because I don't think I heard that right.
Don't
from
tell me.
Marcus.
Don't tell me.
Oh
Oh God. Oh
wait, how do
God.
I even spell her name?
Oh God. Please don't tell me, Karl.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Karl.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Karl. Oh my God.
Oh my K-pop, I remember that.
Oh my
Oh, that
god.
was
The girl I was talking about was 8th grade DC trip. Mans was simping.
Carl is such a simp. Carl's
Okay,
Carl's
let's-
like Mordecai and Finn combined.
let's talk for a second.
Okay,
right?
wait. Finish
So-
the story. Okay,
No,
so what
that's-
happened after the Instagram?
No, that's basically everybody in the comments was just I posted it on Instagram, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I didn't know any better.
Uh-huh.
And then everybody in the comments was like, wheels.
Oh, that was like the. That
Also,
was,
is she alive? I haven't seen her in like so.
yeah, where is she? I don't even know.
bleep this.
Oh.
What? Why would you say that? That's not funny.
It's not funny, but you made that joke.
Oh my God,
All right,
Carl.
so now we're gonna. All right, this is the point where we uncut.
All right,
So we're gonna uncut. So basically, on what Marcus said about the AC, the AC, the DC trip in 8th grade, was that. So there was this one girl. There was this one girl that was on the bus, and I was
It was every trip, every spot we got off the bus. I was just fucking would not leave her the fuck alone.
I was playing. Well, I got on the bus, and on the way to the airport that super early morning, I was on with the boys. 'Cause I'm like,
I like how Carl says the boys.
Guys, I was on with the boys.
Hey guys.
getting to that.
No.
So further.
I'm getting to that.
Marcus,
So-
you just Marcused that story.
Sorry.
I was like so excited. Like, oh, he's gonna get to the part where he does this, and then whatever.
it's
So
not that
basically, I
Okay.
I get on the bus.
I'll bleep it out to
I
save
get on
your-
the bus to the
Okay.
to the hotel in Virginia. Not the. All right, so I get on the bus from the DC airport to Virginia hotel, and basically I see this girl that doesn't have anybody to sit by, and I'm actually still in choker with this girl. That she's super nice, but anyway,
Yeah.
I sit next to her, not just for that trip. Not just for that one bus ride, for all of the bus rides.
single one.
Because then we started to talk to each other. I'm like, yeah, she was fine with it. We were cool. I made friends. But like, oh, I
You
spent the
wanted
entire
more.
trip with her. Jesus Christ. Because it was like the first girl that had never like super rejected me before.
Yeah.
The first girl that had
And that's
to
in
be
8th grade.
just quarantine themselves from you.
7th grade Karl was like the worst version that has ever seen Karl. All right, but additionally on the DC trip, we were in the hotel room on not the first night or the second night, but the third night? Yeah, the third night. We're on the third night, and then we're so oh my god, am I really gonna,
Oh God.
You're getting deep here.
we're about to bleep. Have you met on the podcast before?
No, we've not mentioned it before.
Okay, so I'm not gonna say that name.
You were in a room with him?
I was in a room with him.
Oh my
And
God.
I know the other two.
All right, so
Should I just say them?
Yeah.
Oh. No, they're beauties. I love them.
Yeah.
yeah,
Why did you say? Now I have to
Yeah,
believe him
why'd you
because you
say-
went ugh.
Oh shit.
yeah. So I'm in the room with them. We're actually at the end of the hallway, so we got this corner room that's kind of big. It's kind of nice. You were just like 2 rooms down
Oh,
from
yeah.
me. Down the.
I was
but-
with JF.
Yeah.
Did you go to that?
No, I'm poor.
Yeah, me too. Well, I'm not poor, but my parents were like,
Weren't gonna drop $5,000.
my parents weren't gonna drop $5,000, and they're like, you could have done like. There's my sister was like, oh, I think I'm gonna go on the DC trip, and they were like, yeah. I'm like, what do you mean she's going on the DC trip? My parents were like, well, you could have gone too. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, you just had like. But I always wanted to go on that DC trip. I didn't know why you didn't want to go. I'm like, I wanted to go. It's just that you said you didn't.
Did she go?
No, she didn't go because
Well, it's like the Argentina trip. It's like $4,000.
Yeah.
Well, now
Just
it was
speak
during
Spanish.
The
Argentina.
the Argentina trip that's happening next summer, right? It's happening next. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, summer 2020.
It costed more than my car, and I have a pretty decent car. I've got a Jeep Grand Cherokee that's from 2004. We paid $4,000 for that. The trip costs more than my fucking car.
Here's,
I mean, hey, as a meat enthusiast, like Argentina sounds sick.
Argentina though, like
But I would rather also go on like the Greece and Italy trip.
Or
exactly.
maybe Boston and New York.
How many people are going on that Argentina trip? Isn't there like 2 people going?
That's funny because like only like we'll get to the choir trip later.
Well, there's more people going on the Argentina trip than the choir trip, isn't there, Carl?
Get it? Because there's none.
Just like
We'll get to that
Disney
later.
World.
We'll get to that later. We'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later.
that was,
Oh my god.
that
Oh
was
my
the
god.
most depressing segment.
Did you see
I've
my
ever
story? Did you
seen.
see my story?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later.
Show the choir teachers.
We'll talk about that
So
later.
anyway,
We'll talk about that later.
So we're getting back to what was it? Yeah. So we're in the hotel room. We're watching Stanley Cup playoffs, and I just remember the I remember something happened. I was watching on the bus ride to the airport. I watched a clip of Sidney Crosby because Sidney Crosby got absolutely decked in one of the games. He was out for like 4 games in the playoffs. That doesn't matter. But anyway, we're watching the Senators play somebody. I don't remember who the Senators are playing, but we're just watching the playoffs.
The House of Representatives.
We're watching the Ottawa Senators play. I think it was Pittsburgh. Yeah, it was Pittsburgh versus Ottawa. We're watching them play. And then what happens is that one of my roommates and I are actually fighting on one of the beds. And
fighting.
Yeah.
In the bed, not on the bed, in the bed.
In the bed.
On the bed.
You're fighting.
And eventually...
Is that what you call it?
Eventually he gets on top of me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It takes a turn with that bitch on top.
So anyway, he's on top of me. So I try to use the wall as leverage, and it's like a kicking off point to like get on top to get off to get him like off
To reassert
me.
your dominance.
Yeah, to reassert my dominance.
Be the man in the relationship.
Anyway, I push on the wall so hard that my foot goes through the wall of this 4-star hotel in Washington D.C. And then
You kicked it with a kick.
and then I remember as soon as my foot went through the wall, I was like, stop. And then the kid that I was fighting with, and then the other 2 kids, they go to the other side of the room, which was the window side of the room, and I'm just standing by the wall. I look at the hole in the wall, and by the time I look at them, all 3 of them are standing in a line on the other side of the room by the window. I will never forget the look of horror on their faces that I saw, because they were. I wish this was a video podcast, but they were all just like, oh my god,
Just
hell.
mortified.
Yeah, they were mortified. So I'm like, oh god, because at this point in the night, you're not supposed to go outside your hotel rooms. You're supposed to stay in there.
Because our curfew was like 10 or something.
Yeah, the curfew was like 10.
Jesus.
That's
So-
brutal.
So and you're not supposed to go outside unless it's like for any reason, or for any unless it's like an emergency. So I go outside, and then typically the teachers take turns on who goes on this DC trip every year because. They like to they take turns. Like my mom, who's a teacher, went back in 2008, and she's just never gone again. She almost went with me in 2016, but that doesn't matter.
My mom went with me in 2016.
All right.
Fucking bullshit.
Oh, 27. Yeah,
What
that
an
was
animal.
So yeah, I can't imagine how much that would have felt. But so we looked down. I looked down the hallway, and it's this teacher that retired. Actually, was it last year that
The dope
the
history?
old dude?
Yeah.
The old dude retired from the middle school.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
All right, so he won Teacher of the Year like so many times. He was such a chill dude. He basically his job was to teach the Civil War, and this was a super old dude, and he loved everything Civil War.
Yeah, that man is such beauty. He's
Yeah.
neighbors with my grandma.
Shut the fuck up!
They don't know where my grandma lives.
Whatever, doesn't matter.
Wait, that's so finance.
Okay.
That's so fine.
Oh my God.
I guess that's a good point.
Yeah,
This video will get. I'm predicting. Okay, this is my prediction. This video will get. Okay, a week from now. What's episode 22 sitting at? Probably like 70 something views. This video will be in the 70s. I'm gonna say it's also gonna be in the 70s.
So
I'm gonna sound like a clown if it's like not gonna be in the 70s.
I feel like, because you wouldn't expect us 3 to be on together.
Yeah, this is a weird combination.
I feel like it'll work.
This might be a weirder combination. Like, even it's weird for me. Like, people didn't expect Willem and Jake to be on an episode together.
But like, you guys were a trio.
Yeah. But like Karl and Marcus, I don't think I've ever seen them have a conversation together.
well, not with you watching us. So.
Right.
That's
why.
why did I do
Remember
that?
when I said?
Snap?
Remember when my
break the dance?
Remember when my sentence was? I've never seen you guys have a conversation. Yeah, with you watching. Yeah, that's what I fucking meant.
Probably learned that show, Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Charles gonna break into choreo. Easy.
Just continue
The
with
cringe.
story, dude.
All right.
He's gonna break into the song he's performing on the choir trip.
Oh wait.
Oh, okay,
or pontoon.
we're gonna get in that later.
On a pontoon.
All right, so essentially, what happened was that I had to go get the teacher monitor that was sitting in the hallway taking his shift, and then I like
He's taking a shift.
Shaft.
of like watching
Yeah, I know.
of like watching all the rooms, which for some reason like a lot of the rooms were just like 8th grade boys rooms here, and then an 8th grade girls room was like next door.
Oh, with the connected doors.
No, not connected
No.
doors.
Oh.
But like they would just have these rooms like back to back. Like they wouldn't even have like try to have them be separated. Like, these middle schoolers, but
Yeah, and on the eighth grade like trip where we went to like the team building, like the
Yeah.
camp thing, they're like, you cannot go to the same floor as the girls. Like,
Yeah.
You can't even walk through
this
that
hallway is prohibited for all
You can't
males.
look at them.
Yeah.
And something else went down.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I mean, after that, I can understand why they might might want to block
wait,
female.
Did you guys go to? So the way that wait, did we say what the actual place was called?
No, we're not saying what the place is called.
Why can't?
Look it up.
All right, whatever. So at this like weekend place, they send the middle schoolers there every year. They send them in 2 groups. One goes like Monday through like Wednesday, and the other group goes like Wednesday through Friday. And were you guys group 2?
I was
group 2.
I think I was.
All right, so we were all group 2.
Wait,
Yeah.
what group was Kaiser?
I was in your room, Carl.
Oh yeah,
Kaiser.
so
Dude,
we all went after we all went after the incident that went down.
Yeah.
But
Wait, no, I was with the people.
No, you were with you
I
were
was
you
group
were number 1.
I was group 1.
so we basically just to end my 8th grade DC
We're
story.
not talking about that
we,
Kaiser incident though.
I get the teacher. He reports it to like the main like director of our trip, which was another teacher. And we went out looking at stuff in DC the next day. And by the time we got back to the hotel for that night, our last night there, it was fixed. And the school buys travel insurance, so if something like that were to happen, they can just repay it. Excuse me, I didn't have to pay a single cent to repay it.
That's
So
unreal.
yeah, that's pretty nice because the 8th grader me is just looking at his wallet, being like, I remember Googling how much to fix a volleyball-sized hole.
How much to fix drywall?
It was like $98.
So specific. Just
It was a volleyball.
Like
How
like
much to fix?
cantaloupe
How much to
size
fix a hole
What?
per square inch?
what out a tape measure? Just
Carl's doing
Carpenter Carl.
carpenter with the K.
Carlpenter.
Carpenter.
He's doing the area formula of a circle to figure out how much it's going to cost to fix the
Okay, so A squared plus B squared equals C.
pi r squared sounds like area to me.
Pi r squared. Oh my god.
That may be the record for the longest story to ever be told on this podcast.
That is incorrect, because Ben Borndale talked about getting pulled over for probably 45 minutes straight. No,
Well, were there different occasions of getting pulled over?
No, I don't
there
think
was
so.
3 different times he got pulled over, I think.
I got pulled over.
Oh yeah?
I just did. I was going 66 in a 55
When?
last Sunday.
Ooh, okay.
And
You get a ticket?
so I didn't have my right insurance. So I had my license. I brought my wallet. I never bring my wallet.
Uh-huh.
So I brought my license, right? I don't know why, but I didn't have the right like insurance card.
Oh.
So I was driving out to do decades on, and me and this officer just pass each other going opposite directions, and I know I'm going too fast. So he,
He does the UE?
does the UE, and I'm like, oh shit.
Fuck.
And he doesn't turn his lights on, so I'm driving for like a quarter of a mile, and he's just like riding my ass, and I'm like, so I just pull over, and he comes up, and he stands. So on my 1997 turquoise Jeep, the passenger window does not roll down, and so he's standing on the passenger side because he doesn't want to stand in the highway.
Yeah.
So I got to roll down the back passenger window, kick my seat back to talk to the guy. You know how fast you're going? Pretty fast.
11 over.
He goes, oh yeah, I got you going 66. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. So anyway, I hand him, my card, and then I hand him the wrong insurance thing. He's in his car for like 15 minutes. Comes back. I roll the back passenger window down, kick the seat back again.
I like how you didn't keep the seat kicked back.
And the window open.
Because it was like,
Well, no. I understand why he wouldn't want to leave the window open because it's like winter out, like kind of-y.
I don't know.
But
It was
Last Sunday was like 60 out though.
I know, but still.
Yeah, and then it snowed on Tuesday night.
Brutal.
That was rough.
But anyway, so he hands me this card, and he's like, okay, I'm not going to give you a speeding ticket, which was sick, because I didn't have to pay money, but I'm going to give you a citation. You got to go into the courthouse, and you got to pay, or you got to not pay, but you got to, like, show them
that you have your
your
insurance.
current insurance, and they'll just drop it.
Uh-huh.
So I went to the jail,
Uh-huh.
and I walk in behind this guy, pants at, like, his knees, right?
Gangster
This is,
shit.
like, he's been in here before.
Uh-huh.
So I go to, like, the main building, and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, hey, I know I'm not in the right spot. Just where do I go? So the lady points me to the sheriff's office.
Uh-huh.
So I go in there, go through security, make sure I'm not bringing a gun in.
Yeah.
And the lady's
You're
like,
not armed to bring your fucking proof of insurance into the...
proof of insurance. They get like a pat down.
Yeah.
And then the lady goes, you're in the wrong building. So then I got to go back through security
Oh my god.
to go to the right building, go through security again, wait in line behind this guy who's like, I don't know, his wife, like, it's just a nasty divorce, right? So I'm sitting there for like 10 minutes, like,
Oh my god.
listening to how shitty this guy's life is. And then I just showed the lady my insurance. She's like, okay, you're good to go. Go back through security. It took, it should have been like a 5-minute trip. Took me like 45 minutes.
Jesus. That actually happened to me over the summer where I got pulled over, but I didn't have my proof of insurance because I just didn't have the card at all.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to tell my parents, so I literally was like, okay, I can just call this number and then tell them that with my insurance information, because I got the proof of insurance from my mom and dad. The number didn't work.
Oh.
So, and then it ended up, the day after I told my dad about it, it came in the mail. So I would have gotten fucked anyways. Like the thing that came in the mail.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, we got that situated, I think.
Yeah, so speaking of cars and having to do paperwork.
Oh, this is
Karl.
Great transition.
It was a wonderful Taco Tuesday.
Hell
It
yeah.
was Taco Tuesday.
I was just so excited to go to Taco Tuesday with the boys, as you do.
The boys.
And
I was going with the boys. Did you know that Saturdays are for the boys?
all right, so essentially, can I stop saying that? Goddamn. Okay.
Essentially.
Basically, our school is right next to a huge hill. That's one of the options to get down from. Our school's on a hill, period. So in order to get down from the hill,
Fun fact.
damn.
Oh my god.
Mount
this is
Dakota.
Mount Dakota.
Oh my god.
This is getting really specific. I think this is going to be
Yeah.
really high school to find. So
This is really gonna get bleeped out of the episode
Yeah,
when you
so-
said what county we live in.
So, I go to Taco Bell, and I'm going down this really, really steep hill, and I'm just gonna say it's hill.
Shut the fuck up! Shut up! We know what hill it is. Everyone who goes to the school
I know. I wasn't,
knows what hill it is.
I wasn't saying it for you guys. I was saying it to see if you would like bleep it or not.
Yeah,
So
well, I'm
it's-
gonna fucking bleep it, Karl.
Damn
Well,
it.
he's not gonna bleep it. He's not gonna bleep it because it was, it's bad.
Right.
Just because it wasn't funny.
All right. So
Yeah.
whatever. So
Might just bleep Karl out of this entire episode. It's just like Karl's like literally the episode will be Karl going beep 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 beep, and it'll just be like ha ha ha.
It's just medium with silence, so it's just us three like laughing.
Exactly.
And then it's like 10 minutes of like dead silence.
Yeah. Okay, how about this? For the rest of the story, we'll for the next like 30 seconds, I'll just cut out every time Karl talks. And then, no, I'm just kidding.
So I'm going down the hill, and like I'm following cars. This is like immediately after school, so everybody's coming out of the parking lot. So I turn left. Why do I have to say that? Turning left isn't gonna get taken on the podcast because it doesn't matter.
Hey, don't say the L word because it's never right.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh, haha, play on words, haha.
Thanks,
So,
Dan.
anyway, I start to go down this hill, and I don't see, because there's a lot of cars at the bottom of the hill already, but I don't know how many cars there are down there, because obviously I can't see down the hill yet, because I'm not there. So I'm following this car that's like, let's say, 30 feet in front of me, and I am going... I'm
69 miles an hour.
Yes, perfect. So I'm following this car, and then I'm just kind of waiting to see like how many cars are like down the hill, and then suddenly the car brakes, and I'm just like, okay, why are you braking to go down? I thought they were braking. The car in front of me starts braking. I thought they were braking because they were anticipating the hill, and they were gonna go slower for the hill. I didn't know that they were braking because there was a car in front of them. So they
See that they had you turned the lights on. And you thought that they were just
I thought they were
tapping it to
I
slow
thought they were-
down.
I thought they were just tapping it
rather than
prepared to
actually
go down
going
the
for a
hill.
dead stop.
Yeah, and then I realized that they're finally going to go for the dead stop, and then I'm like, okay, I'm fucked. So I start to brake, and then my brakes just start like
Was it like icy?
No, like it had rained that day, so it could have been a bit slippery.
Oh,
but it
so-
wasn't
so
actually.
your
It wasn't
car-
icy. There was no.
Your brakes
slop.
do like the
Yeah, so
like
they
Just
the
yam it on the brake. Just
Yeah, so
You
that's
started
that's why
hydroplaning.
that's why you don't that's why you don't like press on your brake at once. You do hard push off, hard push, and
You
then,
pump them unless you
yeah.
have ABS brakes.
Yeah, so you pump them,
Thanks,
but I
Dorothy
did not
from
pump
Driver's
them
Ed.
because
Dorothy.
my vehicle's over 10 years old, so it probably doesn't have those great brakes. So I brake.
I like how Karl says vehicle.
My vehicle.
My-
Could say car. No.
So I was in my automobile and I was
my whip.
I was in my transport.
my Model T, but so anyway, I brake and I don't brake in time, and I go into the back of the car in front of me, which was a senior at our school. They're still there, but there's a senior at our school. I go into them probably like 5 miles per hour, and then we come to a stop. And then we pull over because there's a convenient road that's a left turn right there. So we just pull over, and then we talk. We exchange information, take pictures of the back of the other student's car. She takes pictures of mine, like whatever.
Wait, the other student's car.
Well, I took a picture of her car just so I could like show my parents.
Oh, you mean
that they-
her car? I thought you meant like she hit someone in front of her.
No. But like they thought that we had caused additional. Like when I went to the insurance office to talk about this, they were like, "Did you cause any accidents behind you?" Because when you rear end someone, typically the car in front of you, if you push it, will go into the car in front of it, and then it'll just cause a chain reaction. But I hit the student so slowly that they didn't crash into anything else. and neither did anybody behind me. So we pull off, and then everything's fine. I go to Taco Tuesday, and then I'm like, here's the thing. There's no damage on either car. So if this student doesn't file an insurance claim, which they probably won't, bleep out the she, please. So, like, I know I've said she multiple times before.
Oh my God! I'm not bleeping it out. I'm not bleeping it out. You've narrowed it down to 50% of the school.
So, anyway, so I go to Taco Tuesday, and I'm like, you know what? She's probably not gonna like file an insurance claim. So why should I even tell my parents? And then I'm like, you know what? If they do, then they're gonna get notified for insurance, and like, why would you want to hear it from the insurance company like first? Like, did this actually like that? They'd be a lot more pissed. So I end up telling my parents. They really aren't mad about it, honestly, because no damage to my car or her car, and they're just like, okay, just stop going so fast. And then about a week later, I get out of A-Push.
Wait, before you tell the story, can I tell my side story of the story?
Yep.
Me and Bailey tried to convince that girl to come up to you as a joke to say, you're going to have to pay like $1,000. Like, what was funny was at the time, that was a joke. We were like, yeah, Karl, we're gonna have her say like, you owe me $1,000 for the damages, because we knew that there was no damage because you showed us the picture.
Yeah.
Okay, now finish the story.
Should we upload the pictures to the podcast?
Upload the picture with the license plate in it too. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, we crossed that off.
I know, I'm kidding.
So anyway,
And her IP address. Why not?
So basically,
Social security.
yeah.
And a list of all of her fears.
I thought you were saying like the word. I was like, what? No.
That's in the past.
We gotta bleep that out.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we gotta bleep out that name that I just said. It's not it's not even the name of the person who it is. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So, and then like a week later, I get out of A-Push, American History, which is my 7th hour, and then I get a call from my dad, and my dad is at the cabin at the time. He received an email from State Farm. He's like,
From State Farm.
yeah, they're filing an insurance claim on you, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, there's no damage to the car at all. And then I call her because she gave me a phone number like when we exchanged information, and I called her and I was like, hey, why are you filing the insurance claim? She's like, yeah, the mechanic said that there was some like internal damage and like and then like. And like, okay.
Oh yeah, they keep all the important shit of the car in the fucking bumper.
Yeah, so there's like apparently some like steel rod broken on the inside. So basically, I went to the insurance office that day. I think I went to the insurance office that day. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was the next day. Who cares? I go down there. They have me make a claim, which I do very vividly. I remember going off because when you make a claim, basically you sit in a chair at State Farm and you
You sound like the Smith plays.
Fair.
The best gun of the game. It's gotta be the Golden Scare.
The Golden Scare.
There's the Golden Scare and there's the RPG.
So
the best place to shoot the RPG is in Pleasant Pear.
I'm sorry, but like I gotta interject my story with a different one of my stories now.
Oh my God!
There's this meme. There's this meme circling the internet about how like kids know about like guns now, and there's this video of this one.
Oh wow!
I'm sorry. There's this one.
This sounds appropriate.
There's a video of this like. There's this video of like this like 11-year-old shooting a shotgun at a target in his backyard under supervision, and this is like a powerful shotgun. But the point of the story is to be like, oh my gosh, look at how kids know about guns. So anyway, the news reporter in the background of the video. So the kid fires the gun. Obviously, it's only a one shot because it's a it's not a pump shotgun. It's a semi-automatic.
It's a tack.
Yeah. So anyway,
It's a combat.
The kid fires the gun. Right. The kid fires the gun. He puts it down, and then in the background, the lady that works for the news company. She's like, and we can see here this kid is firing his own AK-47.
Well, my thing is like, you think kids knew about guns? Literally, like there were child soldiers in the Civil War. There are child soldiers now.
It's like this woman is like, we can see in the video that it's clearly not anything close to an AK-47.
It's a hunting shotgun.
It's a hunting shotgun.
Duck gun.
And this woman is saying it's a weapon of war.
This person is using a weapon of mass destruction.
Used by the fucking Taliban in Afghanistan.
Somebody take this machine gun away from this 11-year-old.
I'd also like to point out, I know we don't talk about politics on this show, but there was a lady who was like, I saw this like a very bad Twitter fact that 500 million, like Mike Bloomberg spent $500 million on his campaign, And, I saw a tweet that said there's 327 million people in the U.S. He could have given $1 million to everyone living in the U.S. Like, let's pull it up. They pulled up the tweet. They're like, it just puts it into perspective how much money he could be helping the U.S. rather than putting money into his campaign.
No.
And they were 100% serious. Like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
$1 million to everybody in the U.S.
That woman was unbelievable. And the best part is that this woman...
And the guy with her was like, yeah.
The guy on the show was just like rolling with it because he didn't want to call her out.
No, the guy believed it too. The guy started the conversation.
The guy might have been a bigger simp than Karl.
Yeah. No, he wasn't even like being a simp. Like he didn't wasn't like trying to be nice or anything. He's just
the dude forgot how to do math.
The dude was like, oh damn. But like the worst part is that like not only is she wrong because her math is ass, but she's wrong because if you gave everybody in America $1 million, that would just be inflation. Yeah. And then like a loaf of bread would just cost $100.
Exactly.
But back to the car story. So I'm filing this claim, and what happens when you file a claim is that, at least for me...
So what happens when you file the claim was, Karl...
You sit down and you go to State Farm.
No, first of all, you sit down to go to State Farm, and they're like, what happened when you rear-ended? Well, I tried to scrub my brakes, and then we went...
Then I hit her car, and her car, internal damage is meow.
And I went to the insurance office, and they were like, so what happened? And then the police came, they're like, get on the floor! Wee-woo! Ah, woo!
We have the canine!
FBI, get on the ground!
Let me see them hands!
We've got you surrounded, put your hands up!
Oh,
Tactical nuke incoming!
Tactical
FBI's on a 25 kill streak.
Oh my god!
So that's what happened. But I sit in the chair and they say, okay, so what happened? And then I go off. And then wait, this is I can talk about insurance.
I like how literally we made a joke about filing an insurance claim last time, and now Karl's literally telling an insurance story.
No, like the word. I can't tell the story because this is like legal stuff. This is like insurance stuff. And I can't tell the story, so we got to move on from this.
What? So you can't tell the conclusion?
No, like
well, you made your claim and you went off.
Like I made my claim, and like the woman on the other end of the phone was like, "Well, damn."
No, the important part of the story is that when I joked about her charging like $500 or whatever, she charged like you to pay the
for
thing
a
back.
metal rod.
Can we tell that?
Bleep the part, okay?
Well, yeah.
Bleep that. No,
amount of money between.
She charged a lot of money for that fucking insurance claim.
She actually, not she, because maybe she didn't have anything to do with it. It was probably other people. But she ended up not charging. She ended up claiming for a lot of money. But the nice thing was through State Farm, through State Farm, I did this thing on an app. Like it takes like 30 minutes if you do it in a speed run form. But
speed run.
But basically,
time Denny per spend.
You get it gives you like a certificate at the end that you can screenshot and then you can show it to your agent. And I also did this thing where you use it through your phone where you hit start when you go driving and you got to record 60 hours of driving. And once you're done with that, you can also show that, and you can also show your grades, and that gives you a huge hefty discount on your insurance. So my parents,
it's the largest discount
up to that point at State Farm. I was running in the money, so I had a really good discount. But after I had the smallest fender bender in the world, they took it away because she filed a claim. They took away my discount. So,
dude, I mean, to be fair, when you crash into someone like that, it's dangerous. You could have broken her arm.
Yeah, basically.
All right. Okay, let's move on from legal stuff because, as we know,
I'm totally not going to get sued for
what
it.
about her air conditioning?
Or what about her air vents?
Or carburetor.
Oh my god. I mean, Karl, look on the bright side. You think about how much insurance it would have been if it was something else, like Airson. Okay, we got to get rid of these shitty jokes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Let me get into something here for a second.
Okay, yeah.
This is probably the most I'm gonna do actually hanging out with people the entirety of spring break. So we got off of school for a week now. For spring break until we come back on. It doesn't matter. I'm just looking up.
If we come back,
right? When we come back from spring break.
When we come back from spring break. Yeah, when we come back from spring break. We come back from spring break on the 23rd of March.
Marriage.
Marriage. We come back from. Wait, let's say this the correct way this time. We come back from spring break on the 23rd of March.
Marriage.
And I forgot what I was going to say. But that's when we come back from spring break. That was so stupid that we took all that time to say that.
Yeah.
Oh man, out.
So
Almost.
So anyway, that's when we come back from spring break. What the fuck was I even gonna say? Oh yeah, so my parents went to Costa Rica yesterday morning. They left for Costa Rica on Thursday, and they will be back sometime.
Dude, that's pretty fair away.
They will be. They'll be back. It's almost in the southern hemisphere.
Fair.
So they went to.
That was a stretch, but
they went to Costa Rica. They'll be there for a week. And I was supposed to leave for California, but then things happened. So I'm not going to California anymore. So now I'm actually
Flight got canceled.
So now I'm spending spring break at home by myself for the second year in a row. Except this,
So we're throwing an absolute rage.
this year at least I
Just
have
a banger. At
Once we
K-Bombs.
get back from
Once we get back
Arizona.
from Arizona, we'll be.
So wait, how long are you guys gonna be in Arizona?
We land Friday morning at like 1 in the morning.
Wait. So
Years.
when are you guys coming back?
Friday.
So next Friday?
Next Friday.
Damn. Okay. So, no.
So we got only 3 days here.
My parents.
3 days.
Yeah.
Only 3.
Yeah, only 3. So last year my
And then we
parents.
go back to school.
Last year the Sunday before the actual like week of spring break, like it had already been 2 days since spring break had started. The Sunday of, my parents were like, "You want to go to Vegas tomorrow?" And my mom was like, "Yeah." So they went to Vegas the next morning on a 1 day basis, and then I was left to take care of my dogs without a driver's license.
And you live in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I live in the middle of nowhere.
Nowhere.
Literally, I had nothing to do besides I have to wake up at 5:30 every day to take care of my dogs because they're on like
Take care of your dogs.
So this morning I woke up at 5:30 on a school day, and then I went back to bed. Of course, I can go back to bed after I take care of the dogs. But anyway, this year I was supposed to go to California, but now I'm not. So this next entire week I'll at least have a driver's license this year, but I'm just home by myself. Which is actually because I'm an only child, which is a blessing, not a curse. Well, it's actually a little bit of both, but yeah, we'll get into the reason why I'm not going to California anymore a bit later.
I mean, we actually can't get into the reason why you.
That was nice.
No, we can't.
Yeah, we're not gonna-
Your flight just got canceled.
Yeah, my flight just got
Yeah,
Yeah.
the flight got canceled.
Yeah, Delta's a little bitch.
Yeah, blame it on Delta.
Yeah.
He didn't fly Spirit.
I flew Spirit twice in my life. I flew there.
What?
I flew to Boston on Spirit Airlines because it was like super cheap.
Everything
Well, yeah,
else Spirit's
it's
fucking
Spirit
Yeah.
expensive.
Spirit
It's like
Airlines
$20.
is
They let you
the
bring a-
worst airline I have ever experienced in my entire life.
Algebra.
The cabinet pressure in that airplane is the worst thing.
You're just
Like,
ears are just
For like 7 hours after I got to Boston, it was when my ears finally were okay. Like, this was not fun.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Classic Carl. Classic Carol.
Carol.
Classic Daryl. Am I right, Benny T?
Oh,
Do you like that?
1997 turquoise Jeep.
You
I
like
think it's
that
11
segue
miles
I
a
just did
gallon.
there? How much miles a gallon?
11.
That shit fucks hard, dude.
and when we were in 4-wheel, 9.
Syracuse, don't worry, I got 4-wheel drive.
Oh my god, that might have been the funniest running joke of that night.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
God.
do you have any stories about Daryl or no?
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay.
So when it was my grandma's car.
Uh-huh.
And then
Wait, Daryl was your grandma's?
yeah, and then she unfortunately had a stroke. Can't drive anymore.
Okay.
And I was driving my mom's Chrysler 300, and we were sharing it, and it just kind of sharing cars. So it
Vanilla
sucks, right?
ice,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Vanilla Ice. It looked like I sold heroin out of that thing.
Uh-huh.
Thing's a beauty, though.
But so we're like, oh, you can just have, we'll buy it from Grandma Judy. She'd help out with the healthcare and stuff too. And so we go to I gotta, start it, and it goes, and then it just, sounds like a jet engine taking off.
And then
So I let it run for a while, and then my mom's like, oh, let's see what's in the trunk. And my grandma's like a hoarder, right?
Uh-huh.
Like borderline hoarder. Like,
Uh-huh.
you can still see the floor.
Minus the dirt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give me some. That was good.
But so she had like this. The AC doesn't work.
Minus the door.
So the AC doesn't work, and so she had this like
Turn that off, Carl.
weird
We're doing a
ass
podcast.
like you plug it into like the where you like plug your phone charger in. You plug that in, and it's
Yeah.
another center console, and it blows AC. She's like, "Oh, this is cool," and like the whatever. I don't even know what it is. Hydraulics, like in the back, like keeps the back up, the hatch back up.
Oh yeah.
Broke. So like I have a stick
Yeah.
that I use to prop it up, and so we prop that up, clean out the back a little bit. There's still like I don't know 15 life jackets or something crazy, and my mom's like, all right, here, drive to Walmart, right? We'll like just get like the oil change and stuff. Walmart. I don't know why I went to the Walmart mechanic, but anyway I did. And she shuts the trunk, and the rear view mirror just falls off. So I got to drive to Walmart. Brakes are awful, right? Like, it sat in her driveway for 2 years. Oil got to be changed. Everything's bad. So I, got to start stopping like 30 feet before I want to. So like, if I'm in Karl's situation with the crash.
You're going in Mach fucking 10.
I know. I am, probably going through her car.
Bro,
Yeah.
your car, it's exactly like the car.
Your car will teleport back to 1965.
Bro, it's just like the car in Tommy Boy. Like after the deer goes through and shit, the door falls off.
And another story before I'll just finish this one. So I drive to Walmart, and and I gotta find this like it's like window bonding stuff, and it's like they gave me a mask to wear when I like smeared the stuff onto the window to stick it back on my windshield. Lady takes an hour to find it.
Dude, duct tape.
Well, I get in there, and then so I change the brakes. So the brakes are fine in that thing, and now I don't know. It's just things just a shitter. But so when I was like. Me and my brother went up to our cabin for President's Day. I was probably in like 5th or 6th grade.
For President's Day.
Well, because our cabin's like an hour away. We just went up for the day, right?
Yeah.
This, we didn't catch any fish. Had a hand auger with like one blade. Just terrible day, right? I spilled hot chocolate on myself. And as we're coming back, it's like a blizzard. My grandma's driving. It's Wisconsin roads, so they're just dog shit.
Yeah.
My grandma hits a patch of black ice. Fishtails. Hits some good asphalt again. We flip the car like 3 times, roll into the ditch. We're all okay. We all have our seatbelts on. We're all okay. Only casualty is my ice cream cone that's now stuck to the window.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
And my car, nothing wrong with it. Like, it's absolutely 100% fine. Only thing wrong with it is the dent on the side that's still there. From when I rolled it like 7 years ago.
Yikes.
Oh my god. 7 years ago?
I was probably 10, right?
Oh. I'm misinterpreting this story. This is a different time?
Yeah, this was
Okay.
after
Like 5th grade.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. Okay, so what was I going to talk about? Fuck. Yeah, so Daryl, you're saying is your second car?
It's my second car, but it's really, in my heart, it's my first car.
Yeah, same with me,
And me.
We had the Bleeper-mobile, and now we got the Ramadan Express. Karl has had Leslie is that your first car? Only car?
Yes.
I don't even
Leslie.
know.
Thickie. Yes.
Can I even say the name of my first car?
No.
All right.
And you can say that
Did I?
it's the dipshit, right? The second car?
The second car is the dipshit, which
Yeah.
we got some memories in that.
Has
Yeah.
Burrow ever said the name of his car on this podcast?
What's it? The Kunta Kinte?
The Kunta
That's the most Burrow name
Kunta
I've ever
Kinte, the
heard.
Camry.
Yeah. Yeah, his car that he cannot use, really.
At all. Because that fucker's grounded every weekend.
Yeah. He got grounded again, like literally. He's paid $100 for a parking pass, which is a ripoff, by the way. I know.
Yeah, hey, I know you got a platform here to use it.
Uh-huh.
We're boycotting parking passes next year.
Well, yeah, no.
Dude, just don't park there the
Fun
first
fact,
week
actually.
and then slide in.
Fun fact, actually, I have on authority that some members of the school staff have listened to this podcast and were very
We're very supportive.
They're very they were disheartened with our hatred for the parking pass. They were like, "Oh, you're just clowning." No, I don't want to get into it too much, obviously, but like I know that they know that the boycott is a thing.
I mean, I understand
Which
that
makes
like
it
we have
even
to
better.
pay so the parking lot's not like total ass.
Yeah,
But they could plow it.
$200
Like,
Right?
They only
if
plow.
if they charge me $50, I'd still be pissed. But
Exactly.
I wouldn't care as much. But the thing is, like, if I have to skate out to Daryl,
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
they only plow the areas of the parking lot where you actually drive your car. They don't plow the parking areas at all.
well, and I understand that like it's gonna get compacted down because there's a bunch of cars there. But most of the time when it snows overnight, like
It doesn't
when kids have Spark, right? Like I'm like there's
You're
one
the first
row.
kids there, yeah.
There's one row, and there's no one else in the lot. Like it's like you got to get up at 3:30 to plow it. You got to get up at like 5, which they're all out there anyway at that point. So.
And then kids park like dumbasses because you can't see the lines, so half of them are crooked, and then they take up 2 spots.
Yeah.
I was worried.
It's like fucking Morse code with how they park.
I was really worried because I'm gonna say the S word, okay, and you can't laugh, okay. So I parked for show choir.
I didn't. I have to delete that. I can't.
Imagine parking in our parking lot.
Yeah.
Practice. Fuck you.
So basically, we parked. I had to park under a light pole because I didn't want to get like towed. Well, I didn't want to.
What about frog? Did you want to get frog?
No, I parked under
Salamander.
I parked under the light post because I didn't want like my dad told me to because of vandalism, and I was like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
So I find a spot underneath a lamp post, but the only problem is it's in the front row actually. The only problem is that I cannot see the lines because it snowed the night before. So and there was Spark kids that were additionally there that had parked there, and Spark kids, like you just alluded to, park like ass.
Yeah.
Because they can't see the lines. So I can see my car, I can see the lines once I get out, and I can clearly see that I'm in 2 spots.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm worried that when the Spark kids leave, and my car is the only one there next to a couple other show choir cars, that I'm going to get towed over the weekend. Because what we do is we leave our cars there, and then we go to wherever, like, long distance trip we're going, like, this was the weekend, and then I was going to come back. What? There's nothing wrong with
It's just the second greatest town in Iowa besides Rake.
Where are you going for the next trip?
Well, our...
Oh wait, never mind.
No, that trip was not for show choir. It was for.
It was choir. I could have gone on that trip.
Yeah, you went to the meeting for that.
I went to the meeting, and Karl, fun fact, he was the only junior guy going on that trip. So I was like,
Wheels.
Simpin.
Yeah. There were 2 senior guys, one of them being Fred.
Can you imagine if Fred went? Oh my god.
And Fred was scheduled to be my roommate.
Oh my god.
And so the rooms are 4-piece, 4 to a room, and there was gonna be 3 of us.
Uh-huh.
So it was weird because like the other kid's name is Jackson. Like Jackson and I were gonna have to figure out like if we were just gonna let like by himself or if we were gonna like rotate. Fuck.
No one has ever fucked up the Fred thing on this podcast.
We were gonna let Fred.
I wish I could say it.
If if we were just gonna let Fred sit by, sleep by, it doesn't matter. So that was fun. I really liked how on the last episode you guys talked about like legitimately like we can clown on Fred on this podcast, but like Fred is super chill.
Oh, on the Blake one?
Yeah, on the Blake. Yeah, on the Blake
2
one.
episodes ago.
Yeah, on the Blake one, like Fred is all he's trying to do. Like he's
Fred is just a nice guy, but
He's the most genuine, oblivious person. I've
Yeah,
ever
exactly.
met.
Yeah.
He's like I don't know, like a main character from like a Nickelodeon show or something like that.
Yeah, that's yeah.
So this morning, I woke up 40 minutes prior to school starting.
Prior.
I woke up with the morning sun.
Yeah.
I woke up
with the cock-a-doodle-doo of a rooster.
Excuse me. So it was 50 minutes until the first bell would ring to get to class. So when I actually got out of bed this morning. And
okay.
Then you live like
I live 25 minutes away.
Jesus Christ.
So I never wake up that late. That's the latest I've ever woken up for school.
Uh-huh.
And I take a 5-minute shower. And then I get dressed. It was pajama day today, so that was I had already set out my outfit for today.
Yeah.
So that's nice. I totally recommend setting your outfit the night before. Just
got,
so
like,
you don't have to think
shoes
about it.
propped.
I mean, that's a good idea, though.
It genuinely is. It saves you so much time in the morning.
It does, because
It's like a whole
one of my
20
longest.
seconds.
No.
No, but like you're trying to figure out what to wear.
When you wear black sweatpants and a sweatshirt every day.
I know what I wear. I don't set it out like I'm about to
One of my
wear.
longest things that takes the longest time. Yeah, I saved myself there. It takes the longest time in the morning is finding socks that match.
Yep.
And I don't even. Who cares?
Yeah. So I get to take my 5-minute shower. I get dressed. I eat a great breakfast of 3 double stuffed Oreos.
Oh hell yeah.
Oreo pie.
Oreo pie. Oh yeah. Hold on, Karl. We're talking about Oreo.
No,
pie.
I got a morning story as well.
Wait, what's the Oreo? No, like
So pie day, and it was 3.14, 2015.
That was
so
sixth
so
grade.
perfect pi day.
Sixth grade.
3.14159.
And now,
Perfect.
as long as we're on the story, we can talk about the math teacher because this all had to do with the math teacher we all had that year. We were in the same
All
class.
in the same class.
On the I just
Except
want
Lukas.
to throw this out there, honors track.
Yeah, we were on the. I'm still technically on an honors track because I never dropped down to. Right now, kids in our grade, the standard is Algebra 2.
Algebra.
So what are you guys in honors pre-calc?
Pre-calc, yeah.
Honors pre-calc, yeah. I'm in regular pre-calc, so I'm still technically in front of the normal.
I'm an AP Calc, bitch.
Fucking nerd.
I do have a B in that class.
You're
though, so.
you're outnumbered. Also, the pre-calculus teachers at the high school are fucking mint. They're
As all the Canadians say, fucking mint by.
They're fucking mint there, buddy.
Fucking mint, dude.
yeah.
They're peppermint.
Yeah. What's cool is that I've been like seeing these videos on YouTube and TikTok. Don't.
Oh my god.
All right.
Basically,
All right, let's get back to Pi Day.
Yeah, Pi Day. This is your math track is not
Do what
important
you
to me.
got.
Pi Day. So we had Oreo pie, right? Which
Yeah.
if you haven't had Oreo pie,
I think
you-
we got like the last few slices.
I think
Yeah,
Mark, you maybe
yeah.
I got second to last. Anyway, we had one Oreo pie, and ladies first. Let a couple chicky poos grab the first slices,
Simp.
and
You beat into it, David. But I can't say anything because I'm Mordecai and Finn combined. So
Facts.
I feel like you're Mordecai and Benny T is Finn.
Who am I?
I thought you were gonna say Rigby. I was like, what the fuck?
You're Rigby, Marcus. You're not a simp that much. I've evolved out of my
keep all the
simphood. I think we can all agree that like me, maybe a year and a half ago,
Soft,
You see,
like early sophomore.
early sophomore year was the biggest simp period of my life.
Marcus, remember, like you are really Rigby because you keep all the simps in line. Like Rigby's always trying to keep Mordecai like on the. He's like Marcus, not even that. Like whatever. So Ben, keep going. Yeah.
that was sick. So K-Bomb is
Wait, shut up.
about
going, Marcus.
about a piece of pie late, right? I get the last, or Mark gets the last piece of Oreo pie.
Something like that.
We're all chilling there eating it. There's like, I don't know, Reese's pie left maybe.
Still slaps.
Still unbelievable. Blueberry, apple. I mean, hey, there's not a
You can't complain.
You
There's
can't
not
complain.
a bad flavor of pie.
That is not true.
Here's the
Yeah,
thing.
that is.
I don't. Here.
It's my favorite.
Are you? Do you have to believe that?
Yeah, I'll believe.
All right.
That's
So
gross.
what? Sorry.
Henry's listening to this, dude.
Sorry, I needed to say it. Cream pie. All right, so
Boston cream pie. Actually, those slaps.
Oatmeal cream pies.
Oatmeal cream
OCP.
pie. Oh,
OC
my little Debbie platter.
OCPs might be the
So-
best snack of all time.
They're
Alright,
filling.
so-
Exactly. They fit those. Like you know how much
You eat
times.
two of those, it's a meal.
Hey, and
You know
for,
how
my,
much-
for my little Debbie platter, those shits are the easiest thing to cut I have ever. I mean, it's just.
like,
wanna
dude,
know-
Swiss cake rolls, hardest things. To
Oh,
cut.
you gotta
my
use a
God.
They
fillet.
always shed.
The
You gotta,
fucking,
use
like-
you gotta use a fillet knife. It's
Yeah.
brutal.
Fucking Swiss cake rolls disintegrate more than like Nature Valley granola bars.
Okay, that's
So,
false.
before-
Okay, that's true. You could feed everybody in fucking Switzerland with how much grain comes out of that.
but before
Stupid pack.
before Ben continues with the Oreo pie story, I'd just like to say I do not remember what happens in this story. So,
Yeah,
so whatever Ben is about to say will be new information to me. 'cause I legitimately do not remember what happened.
I
in this.
did. I've never heard the
This
story.
isn't even one of your
Carl
worst stories.
was
yet for
Wait,
me.
this is
blinded
Carl's
by
story?
rage.
Okay, wait. Okay, now let me finish. I think I can't count the amount of times I've had to work, but it's like, okay, it's too early to eat supper or dinner. Sorry. God, fuck! I didn't want people to know I say the word
I
supper.
say-
What were
supper.
you raised on the farm?
Shut up!
Back in Canada, eh?
I don't.
yeah.
I don't know if.
Fucking mate.
I don't know if supper is supposed to be lunch or dinner.
It's
It's more dinner.
So like.
Yeah, because my grandma would always say
My-
time
my
for
gra-
supper, but it would be
my-
lunch.
My grandma says lunch is supper. So
Okay, so it's
no. My grandma says dinner is lunch. And then
dinner is lunch.
dinner is lunch and supper.
It's a boomer
supper-
thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's a boomer thing.
It changes throughout the generations. Anyways, it's too early for dinner, but I'm gonna work when I'm done. It's gonna be like 10, so it's like, what do I eat? So I just grab an OCP and I'm stuffed for the entire night. Maybe steal.
They make big ones too now. Like
What?
Yeah, they're unreal.
No, I'd gain like 50 pounds if
Oh,
they made
I
it.
would too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Ben, continue.
Oh, so Carl is blinded by rage that he doesn't get a piece.
We're like 3 stories off track.
Yeah.
Like if you made like a fucking like a I don't know how to describe
now
it.
we're 4.
Like if there's like a flow chart, like a thing, it would go.
Like the S word flowchart.
Oh yeah, well we'll get into that. Maybe not. I'll have to find
this
it.
does have to do with the Oreo pie story. So the fun thing is that the teacher asked a couple days, like a week beforehand, because she was asking us about like who wanted cake, like who didn't like pie.
Oh, I want that cake, Carl.
So what happened was that myself and another student,
Wait, who?
let me just.
What the fuck? It sounded like you're about to sounded like you're about to shed your skin.
Alright, so myself and another.
Why are you Snapchatting while
I'm
you're
not.
telling
I'm about
this?
to write a message, okay?
Dude, you don't need to write out the screen. What are you doing?
Just type it.
Just fucking type it, you rook.
Alright, so basically,
Oh my god. Okay.
Are you drawing a picture?
Oh, yep.
What?
Yeah, he shot me. Oh, God.
Oh!
Dude, retail.
Okay, I'm leaving all that out, but yeah.
What?
What? You could say retail, but I can't say that. Yeah, I know who it is, Carl.
so,
Well, I like how you made it like code even when we're talking about it. Like I was like, I had to think about who it was.
like he was like, I could have just said it, then you could have just bleeped it out.
Exactly. Instead of you going on a 3-minute escapade to tell someone's name.
Okay,
So
so you guys want cake.
Myself and this other kid, like, cause here's the thing, like, I've never really liked like apple pie or blueberry pie, like until I don't really like blueberry, but like now I actually appreciate apple. But like back then, I really didn't like trying new things, and pie was one of them. I only liked cake and like other things. So I thought that this teacher was only going to bring in like real pie. I'm sorry, I don't consider Oreo pie to be a real pie.
Okay, fine.
What is Oreo pie? Can I ask a question?
It's literally just like.
Is it just a giant Oreo or?
No, it's like it's got like Oreo crust.
Filled
with like I don't know, like
Cream and
like
cream.
Oh yeah,
It's like
yeah. No,
French
I know what you're
silk
talking
and,
about. I know what you're talking
Oreo
about.
crust.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I didn't expect her to bring in like dessert like pies like that,
Uh-huh.
which I obviously would have. Well, I didn't know. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oreo's like dessert pie.
So anyway,
So we're getting pie for pie day, but she's bringing in cupcakes.
Oh my god.
So she brings in a cake for this other student and I. And then she shows up with this Oreo cake, and I'm like, well, this is bullshit. Now I have to eat this cake while these guys are eating Oreo pie. All right, so.
You're such a bitch. Okay, wait.
I thought you didn't remember what happened.
Well, no, I remember that detail, but I don't remember.
Oh, what? I thought Benny T was. I thought
didn't
you were
remember
telling
that.
a side story.
I bet you can.
So Carl, oh
Carl.
wow, K-bomb, blinded by rage, proceeds to throw an absolute bitch fit about how he doesn't get Oreo pie and how the rest of us like cut in line.
Oh my
and then
God.
Miss Gall, and then our teacher had to come out, bring him into the hallway. All right, Carl, life isn't fair. We got
you.
You're being a little bitch right now. Just
sit out of your vagina
That's
and
so
deal
fair.
with it.
just relax.
I would
Okay,
like.
we'll be
I don't
okay.
think. I don't think any of us would be comfortable walking around with them. But like, if I had to walk, like, if let's say that we had to like walk a day of 6th or 7th or 8th grade with ourselves from that year,
You would punch
like,
yourself in your face.
Oh,
nobody else
fucking!
could-
I
like,
hate myself.
Nobody else could see this, but you had to watch everything. Like nobody else could see you, like the current version of you.
Like you,
but
it's like
just had
the
to watch.
fucking crisp. It's like a crisp. What's the one?
It's like
What's-
Anyway, yeah.
it's like after
Christmas
If
Carol.
you had to spectate,
Afterlife
if
and
you had
Mom's
to
the
spectate
Day.
yourself for a whole day
Uh-huh.
in high school and you couldn't pause,
I was so
like,
fat.
Your worst day. If you had to watch
Same.
like none
Still
of us
am.
would be proud of ourselves. But
No, because I thought the 21 meme was so funny. I
21.
and literally it would be like the whole year. Like
Yeah,
I didn't.
math.
That was the first 69.
Yeah, exactly.
that was.
Yeah. So another story about this particular teacher. There's a lot of stories.
I got this
you
one.
you went
So,
nuts in that.
Which
It was.
class?
It
Which
was
one?
It was. I think it was around marriage or something. It was sometime like end of the school year,
Haha,
and
big
our
fun.
teacher was like,
It's around March.
"We're having a
March or February.
cribbage tourney." So she taught us how to play cribbage for a day.
Was this 8th grade or 6th grade?
Sixth grade.
Okay.
Still same year, same old good dumbass Karl.
Uh-huh.
And
Glasses, Carl, with the Under Armour sweatshirt.
and so
My D partner Carl.
I think he made it to the chip, didn't he?
Yeah, I did.
He made it to
dude,
the
you were
chip.
actually you were so
Have we
gross at
mentioned?
cribbage.
Have we mentioned the other two dudes' name that I was in the championship with?
I think it was a chick.
No, it was Michael Grohl.
Oh, you can say that, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I think we're all watching it or something.
Uh-huh.
And
No. She
And-
didn't- no. Listen. So she has this. No. Listen.
Oh my god! Listen!
Earthquake. All right. So anyway, she had a tournament of everybody in the class, and like some people got biased because we had an odd number, but like we had a tournament in the class, and I made it to the semifinal, and I actually beat Abby. I beat Abby on the road to going to the I think it was like March Madness with cribbage, which is cringe, but anyway.
March Madness is gonna be so.
I'm so excited for March Madness!
Oh.
Yay!
I'm filling out my bracket on Thursday. It's gonna be so.
I'm gonna get
amazing.
extra credit in A push because
I'm
of
gonna
my
beat
March
you, bitch.
Madness.
I'm gonna beat you, bitch.
No, you won't. My March Madness bracket's gonna be so accurate.
I'm winning that $1 million.
My March, I'm winning Warren Buffett's challenge.
Fuck you.
Okay,
Warren Buffett's challenge.
my perfect bracket is up for display in my room. Wait, it actually is. It actually is.
You're so dumb.
No. It
You said his
actually.
name.
It
You said his
actually.
name.
Fuck.
Oh, God.
It's actually up
Mr.
in his room.
All right. So anyway, Carl.
No,
you know,
I make it to the semifinal, and then I win the semifinal, which could have been against Abby. I don't know what round that was, and then we get to the final, and I'm like, Mrs. Blank, aren't we gonna like play the championship game? And she says, no, we're not gonna have you and Michael play because I'm like, she was scared of what was gonna happen because
Over cribbage?
Because this kid was fucking crazy. Okay, I got this.
nuts.
Just two alpha males playing cribbage.
She is right though. You get to. She lets you play the championship.
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
We never played the championship.
You never.
What game?
We
did
need
you
to
cheat
finish
in
it.
then?
No,
dude,
why?
you cheated in a game.
No, I didn't.
Someone snitched on you, and you cheated. I think it was. Hold on.
Was it like it could have been Abby or it could have been
No,
somebody else,
no,
but
it was-
I think I might have BS'd one of the wins.
No, she snitched on Carl.
Again?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
she
was
did.
her.
She
It
did.
was in like the game to go to the set. It was the quarters. And she
Okay,
was
when
like,
we say she, Marcus just. We're not talking about Abby.
Marcus
I
showed
typed
up.
someone else up.
Do not criticize Abby, please. Trust me. Okay.
That'll be.
Anyways, okay, that
Not
kind
even more on this
Okay.
podcast.
Hi,
You
dumbass.
dumbass.
you
We know you're listening.
Hi.
you can't call me a dumbass because I knew what I was doing.
It's making me bleep shit,
All
girl.
right. So
Okay.
We never played the championship because the teacher's scared.
We should have an episode of the podcast where you and Mike Grohl come to this fucking podcast and finish the 5-year-long wait for who's the championship.
First
Oh, we
live
sold
pod
it. Oh, we
recording
sold
podcast.
it.
We gotta get the whole class too, or it's like as many people as we
Just
remember.
get a Studi sec.
It'd be unreal.
The funny thing is, the student section would all be cheering for Michael.
Yeah.
Nobody would.
Because
We
they
don't
remember
want a
shithead-
cheater to win.
They remember shithead Karl from 6th grade. And they're
Yeah,
like, I
dude,
don't want
you
this
literally
kid to
got
win.
caught cheating, and then you still went
we're
on
like
the
the- we're like the-
cheating.
We're
freaking
tracking
Astros.
down everybody who's in that class, and we're bringing
I
them
have
here.
2 more
in the audience.
stories from this class.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I think I have 2 of them right here.
Dude, we gotta talk about our sports careers.
Who
Yeah.
wants? Who wants to talk? Let's quickly talk.
Wait,
about
before I'll introduce one of them with my first knowledge of Karl. We talked about his like Potter, like the 50 points from. Fuck! I'm fucking up the accent. 50 points from Gryffindor. Like he's
Insta.
yeah. So Karl was a big Harry Potter fan. So my first knowledge of Karl was I didn't have a lot of friends when I came to the middle school to begin with, which was in 6th grade when Karl was at his peak dumbassness. Karl, I sat at the same lunch table as him. He would print off.
Close the goddamn door, Marcus.
No, he's fine.
Off Harry Potter.
He would
memes.
print off black and white Harry Potter memes to pass around the table, and they're like the fucking impact fonts too. Like, oh my god, it was so cringe.
Just like the worst memes. Like they weren't funny.
exactly.
I read the Harry Potter. Like
At
I was
first,
a
I-
Potterhead too. I'll be
yeah.
You were a
honest.
pothead.
I was a pothead.
Yeah,
I am still a pothead.
Yeah. I used to call memes memes.
You did not.
I did.
I hate
Oh
you.
my
I
god.
used to
Like
call-
unironically.
No, like I didn't know they were called memes, so I said memes.
All right, Grandma,
I did that.
relax.
Oh my god, Karl, you are a boomer.
So
Oh, you're such a fucking loser.
Make sure you wash your hands, Marcus.
Why?
yeah, you wouldn't want to catch the common cold.
Yeah, you
Or the
know.
seasonal flu.
Yeah, so it's spring. There's a lot of allergies going
Yes.
around. We joke about this now. All of us are gonna be dead next week.
Yeah,
No,
for the
we're
common
not
cold.
100. We're fine.
We'll be at school next week. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, we'll be at school for spring break. Everything's fine. Yeah.
It is very well possible that this could be the series finale of the Be Quiet podcast.
Because you're about to go on a break, right?
Yeah. We could go to another break. Yeah.
All right, so basically, there's this like Kahoot in her class. We're just like taking an off day. We're playing a game one day in that math class, and we're just doing random Kahoots. Like some of them are about movies, like some of them are about like books, and one of them was about Harry Potter. And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm winning this! I am so winning this!
It is my time.
This is my time. I am prepared."
We may do Kahoots 9 times. You know, I might lose 9 times out of 10, but not tonight. So this is K-Bomb's time.
This is my time. This is like it's our time up here. It's our time down here. Excuse me. That's a quote from the Goonies. That was cringe. I'm sorry. So anyway, I'm doing the Kahoot, right, and I'm like doing kind of really well. I'm doing really well, right? But there's like 4 people that are tied with me, and it's like the last question. It's the last question of the Kahoot, and I need to get it right to win. And the question is, what is the name of Harry's owl? And the correct answer is Hedwig, of course. It's spelled Hedwig.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, it gives you the 4 options on Kahoot, right? And it was option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4. But normally, like, one of them was a different name completely than Hedwig. One of them was Hedwig, spelled correctly. And the other 2 were Hedwig, but spelled with
like
not incorrectly.
Like slightly different.
Yeah,
like
but in the game of Kahoot, especially when you're in middle school, you think that if you don't hit a button within the first second, you're done. So I hit a button. So I see Hedwig, right? I click it as fast as I can, and this is on a school iPad.
Karl, yes!
And then I'm just like, yes, I got this. I still won. And then it comes up as a red screen, and my life flashes before my eyes.
Just fucking
Karl, once again,
the iPad like a Spartan baby.
I'm believing that. Okay.
Once again, Karl's blinded by rage.
Oh my god.
It's
It's
like-
K-Bob blinded by
Oh,
rage.
you gotta keep that.
What?
My joke.
No, I can't say the part where you said that first word.
I took a
You
pledge.
can't
Shit.
say respected.
Shit.
Okay, hold on.
Fuck.
Now you guys should tell this story. I'm gonna go grab something.
What
real quick.
is that?
Read what that says.
Yeah.
Okay,
so-
here, just a second.
All right.
Oh.
So we starting in 3rd grade in Minnesota, you start to take the MCAs, which are these standardized tests. First you do, it's usually English and math, but then eventually you do science every like 3 years. Like for example, we did science last year, but that was the last time we ever had to do it. So
We have math this year.
yeah. So,
I did science as a freshman because I was in honors.
fuck you. All right, let me see.
Die.
All right, so yeah.
Sorry.
So anyway, you enjoy making a DNA model your first week of high school.
That was sick. I forgot like half the parts too. It was awful.
I continue. Let's
All
not
right,
get
so
off track.
Basically, we got our you get your MCA results back. It's not like the ACT or the SAT where you get them like 3 months later, or like a really
It's like
long
a
time.
good solid 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's on a computer, so it
Yeah,
gets,
so
gets your time.
MCA results come back over paper, and because we're 6th graders, they're not like having us use our emails that much. So the teacher during class one day, she starts to call us back.
Same teacher as the last 2
Yeah.
stories.
So
same grade,
this,
everything. Just
this teacher
class.
this teacher starts to call us back
Alphabetically, so K-Bomb's last.
alphabetically to see our MCA scores.
and we're just watching a movie or something in that class.
yeah, it was Big Hero 6.
It was Big
Hero
Big
6.
Hero 6, great fucking movie.
Yeah, so
great movie.
I believe
Hey, in 6th grade, I looked like the fluffy guy.
what was his name? And
Baymax.
Baymax. Jeez. Okay. So I think a passing score and above it goes lower than average,
Partially average.
partially average, and then
Partially
average.
meeting, and then exceeding.
Yeah, it's exceeding. So, but the difference, let's say, meeting was 799, and above meeting was 800. I got a 799, and like. I was kind of like, oh, okay, that's fine.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm
Fuck! Fuck! No!
And then the teacher's like, yeah, so you got this score, and she's trying to like assure me that everything's gonna be okay with the score.
I heard you from all the way upstairs.
Yeah. So anyway, the teacher's like, yeah, everything's it's gonna be fine. And then I'm just like, yeah, like this isn't a big deal. Like I still did really well. And then she keeps talking, and like she's like, no, it's gonna be okay. And then like I literally tell her, no, shut up, it's okay.
No, it wasn't sorry. You were like, just
it was-
shut up, stop talking. Like demanding.
Shut up, I'm fine.
I told this teacher to shut up, and then she told my mom about it.
Oh, I wonder why. Your mom who works in the same building.
Yeah, they're like literally like down the hall.
Exactly.
I think this teacher's goal was to get revenge on me because
From the cribbage tournament.
No. Because in 5th grade, we told the story on episode 2.
Yeah.
So these the OG fans will remember that I won that I won the middle school talent show in 5th grade.
He quote unquote won it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So
okay.
listen. So we it's rigged because my mom works in the middle school, right?
And she was a judge.
Well, because the no, she was not a judge. It was the
at the table.
Karl falls backwards in his chair.
I understood that too.
I got it. Like I pushed myself back, but
Because he's an athlete.
Thank you, Benny T. I'm not an AF. All right.
S word athlete. Dude.
I'm not an app.
I'm not an
Yes,
AF.
because S-word is a sport.
It's not a sport.
Thank you.
It is not a sport in
Thank
the
you.
slightest. But
I'm
like,
sorry to any S-word viewers.
Not a sport.
Well, like
Not a sport, but I love you
well,
all.
Tommy's a super not NAF because he plays lacrosse. But
And
Yeah.
I used to play soccer, which, hey, I couldn't play
all right,
soccer.
but anyway, so basically, like, Karl won the talent show because it's rigged because his mom works at that school.
Not his phenomenal vocals on Pontoon.
No, it wasn't. It was my like cuteness factor. It was my production value because look at this 5th grader singing about motorboating. Like, and look at how he controls.
Someone had a. I think it was Carter's mom had something on her Facebook of like the video.
Really? Yeah. Well, I know that there's still a video of another performer that's a year older than us.
Oh, is it? Is it KML?
Yeah, there's still the YouTube video online. I could pull it up right now. But
Oh no, there's a lot of videos I can pull up of him.
He's singing a song from Teen Titans Go.
Oh no!
He sang a song for like Big Time Rush in like 7th
It was the
grade.
Beast
respect
Boy song where he's like singing to Raven. It doesn't matter. So
Nerd, relax.
Sorry. So anyway, people say that it was rigged because my mom works at the school. However, the person that got 3rd place, her mom is the same teacher we've been talking about for the last 15 minutes.
You beat her in a talent show?
I beat her
How?
daughter
She is
in a
way
talent
more
show.
talented.
No, you
than
beat the
are.
girl?
I beat.
You beat the
Yes.
fucking her?
She
Yes.
is way better
Oh
at
my
everything
God.
than you. I'm sorry.
She wrote an original song.
And you sang like half a pontoon in one. What the heck?
Motorboating
on your panty.
making it.
Didn't you say like, come on y'all? Then you just did a spin.
Y'all, dude, no.
It's Sid Karl.
Still won
Me
though.
and-
Still
me
won
and
though.
Avery should have kept our talent.
Still won though, he said.
Still
Check
won.
it.
Still
Check
won.
the game notes.
Scoreboard.
Oh my
Me and
god.
Avery should have kept it from 4th grade all the way to 8th grade.
How
We
animals
would've-
eat their food.
That was fire. If we,
I
Should have
feel
how
like
animals
that
eat their
would've
food
been
part
funny.
2.
yeah, we should have rebounded.
Tom,
like,
Do it in variety show next year. I'm doing stand up.
I remember. Well,
Sit in a
he might not
wheelchair.
let you in because Billy Utek did his own thing this year that was actually really good because he did it for the open mic night in town where anybody could sign up.
Like
It was-
slam poetry?
Yeah, it was like slam poetry that was super empowering. The teacher that runs the variety show that hasn't let me in for 3 years didn't let Billy in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so-
not really variety. It has to be music.
It's
music, not variety show.
No,
at
like,
all.
he-
the complete
he-
opposite.
Which, and
of-
hey, I understand because, like, you know, they go to all our sporting events and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
kind of their time to, you know, everyone watches.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with
that's
that.
why the basketball
Well,
team never
y'all
wins
could come to
fans.
any of our show choir events.
Well, no,
I couldn't because I didn't want
because
to.
I didn't want to go to fucking
I don't want to waste
2 states away.
$5.
Yeah.
Here's another thing. Here's another thing.
Gold cards don't get you in.
I'd like to say what I do like about that show is that everybody's very nice. Our choir teacher was saying how everybody was very nice to that one kid who was playing the piano. And
That was sick.
He was playing all the Disney Channel theme songs. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And he said that everybody's singing along, and it made the teacher so happy because when he was in high school, some kid was playing the piano and then got booed off the fucking stage.
Yeah.
in the same high school.
Yeah.
In the same high school 16 years ago.
Yeah.
Like 20 years ago.
Okay, we gotta hurry this up. I got something to share.
Okay. So, do we even get to the end of that? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
told her to
You gotta
shut
tell your sports stories. That's the only
so-
2 we have left.
Sports stories. Yeah.
Oh, so, Karl, so
You're
my,
a huge fucking athlete, dude.
my
Middle school
illustrious
baseball.
hockey career so far, it's went, you know, I made B squirts, then I made A squirts, C Pee-wee, B Pee-wee, B2 Bantam, which is a C team, because we didn't have a C team, so it was our lowest team, right?
Yeah, so there was
Then I'm like
B2,
B
B1,
Bantam,
yeah.
and then I made JV, which was, you know, that's a high school team, it was sick. And then I got cut and made J Gold, which is just...
Dope as fuck.
But it's
here.
dope because it's not run by the high school, right?
This is all you need to
It's
know about
Hastings
J Gold. So I needed to take, because there's 18-year-olds on the team, I needed to do this thing called Safe Sport, basically like to spot sexual assault. And this relates to Karl too. One of the things
You can't just say sexual assault and then say you can't just say that.
it relates to Karl's Harry Potter face.
Oh my god!
No. So it's like one of the. It was an online thing for like 3 hours, right? And I'm not a dick, so like I know what sexual assault is, and you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But one of the things was the Quidditch team.
Oh my god.
Was gathering, and Michael was inappropriately touching Sally.
And Karl's like, "There's nobody in Harry Potter named Michael."
Yeah, I think I took a picture of it. I was doing music. But anyway,
why are you standing?
Anyway, all you need to know about Junior Gold is
he's still standing better than he ever did.
It is so Goon Squad that we shake hands before games. But so if Karl would have continued playing hockey through Bantams, you would not have made the high school team.
Hockey. Okay.
And
hockey. I'll take baseball.
Okay.
So he would play J Gold.
These are the two sports stories that I was talking about, and they both aren't hockey, so that's why I thought you were talking about. You're gonna talk about baseball.
Yeah. Oh. No,
J Gold is sick because it's not regulated by like the
this one and this one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this one you can just say the words, and then you got it. Okay, so talk about baseball.
So we'll stick with fucking Karl, right?
Uh-huh.
We're just kid's an absolute athlete, hitting about probably .050.
I would like to say that my biggest thing in baseball was that like I'm great with like softball, like slope, like slow, like
We're good at softball, guys.
Yeah, good when it's double the size and half the speed coming in.
And some guys throwing it underhand
I
at
am
me.
petrified of like swinging the bat at Danny Peters throwing a ball.
Dude, half the kids in middle school baseball threw like 40 miles an hour.
I know, but it's still petrifying to me. Like if I went back to middle school now, I'd probably be fine. But like when Adam Nelson threw, I was like, okay, this is fine. But no, like I was fine when Adam Nelson threw. But like when Danny Peters threw, I would rather have stuck my head through one of the small little like steel grates of the back fence than actually stood in that batter's box.
All right. So anyway, we're playing some team. We're away.
Oh, are you talking about?
We're okay. Bleep that.
Yeah.
But I'm
bleeping that whole thing out because it spoils the story.
We are fucking that team up so hard. It's probably like 27.
Karl gets in. That's how bad.
Yeah, Karl's batting 9. Big dick walking up tripod, not including the bat. Gets in the box, kids hucking.
At 35. This point, I've only gotten on base once this year.
Due to a hit by pitch.
No, it was due to a walk.
Oh, I know. You got hit later in there, I think.
I am on deck, so I have a perfect view of this.
Yeah. So Karl gets up. He's battling. 3-2 count. Kid throws it, lollipop right down the dick. Karl moves his at bat about 2 inches. Goes, Karl turns at our bench, fucking throws the bat.
This bat
about
at our
a foot away from our coach.
This bat makes one. So our coach
I helicoptered
standing,
the bat
behind like first base, right, a little bit. It made one full rotation.
By the time it landed a foot away from our coach.
By the time it landed 100 feet from home plate where he threw it. One rotation. Like when you helicopter a bat,
Yeah, it goes.
it goes like a helicopter. Right?
It went farther than any ball he hit all year.
Or my favorite. Do you remember the game? It was.
Oh my god. Okay.
And it was pouring rain. And our pitcher. He's not been on the podcast.
Wait. Oh, I remember this game. Yeah.
Yep. It is just pouring rain. He didn't have long sleeves, right? So he is just sitting there shivering on the mound, right? He throws 3 innings. Karl eventually gets in. I think we ended up playing. I think we played 4 because then it got just canceled right because it was literally pitchforks and hammer handles just
coming down.
So I end up getting on the mound, right? I throw a pitch. Karl's playing second base.
You remember this play? This was the play. Dude, this is my career highlight of baseball.
So I throw it. This kid, runs into it. I like dive for it because I'm like, I can't let it get to Karl. Gets past me. Karl dives, catches it, and throws the kid out to end the game.
My god!
To get us out of the rain. It's the happiest I've ever been. And
we all swarmed Karl. Like I played my first 3 innings. I get off. We all run off the bench and just go smother Karl
because we all want to get inside so goddamn bad. Oh my god.
One time we played a soccer game that was in fucking pouring rain, and then there was just like one time where everybody's running to the goal, and like 3 people in a row slipped in this giant puddle. Oh my god! Okay, so this is something. I want you to guess what I have in my hands right now. I bet you won't be able to guess.
Your dick.
No, okay. So this is no. Don't say it. So what I have in front of me, I've had in my possession. Don't spoil it. No. I've had this in my possession.
I don't know which one it is.
I've had this in my possession for 4 years, and I've been waiting to make fun of you for this. For 4 years, waiting for the perfect time. Yes. No, shut up. I have been waiting for 4 years to talk to you about this. I have this with me. It is Karl's Harry Potter fan fiction that he wrote in 7th grade.
I never got
So what we've done is I have this.
Harry Potter and the Book of Thieves.
Yeah, no. So he spelled and. So I went through and proofread this in 7th grade. I've been waiting for the perfect moment to make fun of you. And I think that episode 23 of the podcast is the perfect time to maybe read a chapter or two of this book.
No, you're not reading a chapter of this book.
It's we can read the whole thing before this episode is done. So it's called Harry Potter, and the Book of Thief, apostrophe S, spelt that wrong. He has in the Book of Thieves, he has and capitalized, which is wrong. The normal book is lowercase, and the thief apostrophe S is lowercase. Then he has Karl J. Warner. Karl J. has a comma after it instead of a period. Okay, so this is what he wrote. This is what he wrote in front of this. He wrote, "No, this book goes out." No.
Karl, no.
He ripped it.
You can't.
No.
You just tore like the fucking Declaration of Independence.
It's good. We got it.
Are you serious?
We're good. We're fine.
Yes,
We're fine.
this
It's
book,
antique, you whore.
this book goes out to Mrs. and then his teacher.
A 6th grade teacher.
For us sprouts might not remember her forever. Okay. Chapter 1. The visit. Visit being lowercase. Indent missing. It was a warm evening in July, not missing the comma, when Luna Lovegood and Neville Longbottom knocked on the door of the Potters. Missing the indent.
I've had enough.
No. James, can you get that?
I've had enough.
Shut up.
James, can you get that? Asked Ginny Potter, capitalized. Sure, Mom. I'm not going to read every fucking thing. Sure, Mom, replied James Potter. Wingardium Lev. James! All right, said James. James Potter opened the door to find a man and a woman. He had heard about his parents' relationships with these people before, and he had only seen the man in person, for he was Professor Longbottom, the herbology teacher at Hogwarts. Hello, James. Are your parents home? Luna asked. Yes, Mom's in the kitchen, and Dad's trying to help Al study for the next Hogwarts term.
Mom's in the kitchen.
Harry finally looked at the door to see some of his closest friends walk into the living room. Why, hello, Luna, Neville, said Harry. He forgot the quotation mark. Ginny walked into the living room with their youngest child, Lily. Oh my god, I can't believe you ripped that. What a bitch.
I'm just saying.
I can't believe you wrote this.
I'm just saying.
Have you stopped by for a particular reason? Asked Harry. Well, actually, yes, said Neville. Then he turned to the briefcase he had brought with them. Accio invitation. Then, with a few purple sparks, a piece of paper shot into his hand. I'm pretty sure Accio is red, by the way. He handed it to Harry not capitalized, and the children gathered around him to read it. Harry read, ... On August 21st, join in celebration as Luna Lovegood and Neville Longbottom join in marriage. I've actually never read this book. I didn't know they were getting married.
Wait.
And in love, join in marriage and in love for all eternity. Aww. Parentheses. This event will be held at the house of Ron and Hermione Weasley. Why the fuck would they host it? Why would they host it?
No.
Okay, congratulations. Brilliant, said Harry, missing the quotation mark. Nice, said James. We'll get to see Hugo before the term starts. Later that evening while...
Hugo?
That's my Spanish name. Later that evening while Luna and Neville were still at the Potters not capitalized, and there's also a period, not a comma, a strange group of people were at their house. One of them made a circle in the ground and said, okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Avensko. Is that even Avenesco?
I made it up because I made that one up.
They all shouted and pointed their wands to the circle. Then the circle lit up with teal blue light, and they all jumped in.
All right, I say every episode you have Karl on. From now on, you read another chapter. Until
Okay.
What? Okay, this book is how many chapters? How many? Let's see here. Oh. Before we should do this, Let's see here. This is. There's 9 chapters, and chapter 9 is called "The Wedding." So we could tell how long it takes for this book to pick up steam. Carl wrote. I'd like to point out. Carl wrote 2 books, right?
Yeah,
The Star Wars one.
Star Wars Episode 8
Eight.
and Harry Potter Episode 8. Both of those already have things. There's an 8th Harry Potter and an 8th Star Wars movie.
Well, Harry Potter 7, it's 2 movies.
No. Harry Potter 8. There's another 8th book,
there's an
which is terrible. It's a play.
it's a play. Oh yeah, I read.
So
Potter
we
one.
wrote a comment section. Okay, this is what we wrote in 7th grade. This book needs some major edits. Quote, the New York Times. This book needs some milk. Lucas Hansen. Stop talking to me, Carl. Abby Axel. Carl really sucks, and he's got no talent. J.P. Gudisa. This book is amazing. Nobody. He's better off singing. Eva Milholland. I'll give it a G-. Brooke.
A G-.
Screw you, Carl. This book sucks. John Braun. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a -7. Brady.
Erlinson, Jesus.
Yeah. And that's. I like how Carl also wrote. He had 1, 2, 3, 4 extra pieces of paper at the end of this book that he stapled.
And
So were you selling this book, Carl?
I
can't believe
Did
you
you
ripped
have
it.
a pin to your locker?
I had a sheet pinned to my locker that said, "If you want a copy of Carl's new book," and then I put several lines down so you could like write your name on the lines if you wanted a copy.
Did people wrote it? People write.
So no, people would like write their names because some of them were just like being ironic. You know?
Yeah.
I wrote my name.
I didn't. I think I just got this one
And
from someone else.
The funny thing is that like I went down to the principal's office one time.
Oh, no.
And the principal recognized me by the dumbass that put a sheet on his locker.
Because you're not allowed to like customize your lockers on the outside.
You're not, but it was just like a piece of paper.
People would put their like birthday things on it, I guess.
Like here's the thing. I used to watch Victorious. like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want that? You want a freaking
Because
piano?
Yeah, because it's a classic Nick show. I'm just watching Victorious, and I'm like, I can't fucking wait till I get to high school so I can, customize my locker. And then
Open my locker.
I used
don't
it
think
once
in
because I
2
didn't want to
years.
wear a suit coat all day.
I did it once to put my basketball shit, and that's it.
One of my linkies was like, "Hey, can you help me open my locker?" And I'm like, "I have no idea how to do it."
Just figure it out, pussy.
Well, because like my linky on the first day was like, "Well, I don't know how to open my locker. You won't need it." And I'm
also,
like,
I love how I
Fair enough.
ripped off the front page as if that was going to stop you from reading the book.
Yeah. Can I also? Well, the first part was really cringe.
Dedication.
I really want to read chapter 2 now. I really want to see what happens. Well, you guys have to wait till next time Carl's on.
Oh, man.
I don't.
I'm never coming back on the podcast again now.
Okay, wait. Let me think about this.
Retiring.
Well, wait, we can't read. This is not. We're not going to take 9 episodes. By this, we'll be graduated by the time we're done reading this.
No, then it'll be worth the wait.
How about we read chapter 2 and maybe how about we read chapter 2 and then next time we can read 3, 4, 5 and then 6, 7 and then
This is so cringe.
well wait shit 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Because okay, fine. We'll take 4 episodes to read this. Okay, so I'll read chapter 2 now.
Jesus.
Then we'll read 3, 4, then 5 and 6, and then 7, 8, 9. Okay.
Fuck.
So we're reading chapter
The
2.
Weasels.
The Weasels. Oh, is it called the Weasels?
It's actually capitalized too.
Oh no, it is the Weasleys.
Weasleys.
You spelled this right.
Good work, Carl.
Okay.
Well, I would just like to add that this, like,
I can't. This has been in my fucking drawer for 4 years, Colin. You ripped it, you dick. This is my property.
I'm just saying that this amount of good writing, this is good writing for a 7th grader. Like, this is Daniel Burrow now, what I was doing in 7th grade. So,
I remember Daniel Burrow in 9th grade came up to me and was like, "Will you read my book?" And I'm like, "I don't know you."
Dude, his book actually kind of slapped.
Dude,
Okay.
or last year before Spark, he read me a passage,
Uh huh.
and the first word I read is, it was like, I don't even know, whatever character name, pulls out his 12-inch quencher.
Yeah, his 16-inch long quencher. Yeah.
Pulls out it, felt his 16-inch quencher
Yeah, see,
laying
Burrow
against
gets
his
straight
chest
to the
while he
point,
laid
Carl.
under
Burrow
the
gets straight to
take
the point.
8 chapters to get to the fucking.
get to a wedding.
Wedding.
Yeah.
The first thing he's already holding his dick. I'm just kidding. Whenever he describes this, he's like, he doesn't say it's a sword. He goes, it's a blade.
It's a quencher.
Yeah. So then he has chapter 2. 2 has way too many spaces in it. The Weasleys. Okay. You want to read this one, Marcus?
no.
Sure.
I'll read
Okay.
it. Or Mark can.
Yeah, Mark can read it. Mark can read it.
Pages, bitch.
It should be that many. Yeah, it's 3. It's 3. Okay.
Alright.
Carl, you're not paying attention?
I'm paying
Get off your phone.
Do you remember this book at all?
I remember the bits and pieces, yeah.
I remember you putting it on your Instagram like, halfway done.
Carl had 3 Instagrams over the
Yeah.
past. over
What
the
is it
time
now?
of
Is
his
it
life.
Carl Warner Forever
It's
still?
Carl Warner for
At-
Well, I have to
Alright,
bleep.
alright.
Stop talking. I have to bleep all that.
All right. So when you get to Hogwarts in September, Rose, No comma after September. they bring you to the dungeons immediately to sort you into your house, said Hugo Weasley. The dungeons! Exclamation mark! Exclamation question mark. Rose was quivering at the thought.
This is a real fan fiction here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just kidding. Waiting to the part where they bang.
Yep.
That's chapter 8.
Yep. They bring you down and each student...
9-year-old.
Shut the fuck up. Yep. They bring you down and each student has to fight to the death with a killer troll. If you survive, you'll be put into Gryffindor. Now Rose was scared. She ran up to her room and quivered up.
She's big on the quivering, huh? Okay, Bob.
Quivered up into a ball in her bed. Hugo, stop picking on your sister, said Ron Weasley. I'll go talk to her. 4 dots instead of 3. Said Hermione Weasley. You know, that's exactly what my brothers did to me when I was going into Hogwarts. Really? Question mark outside of the quotes.
We're getting some all caps here, folks.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yep. had my scared fucking idiot crossed out. Yep, had me scared to death until I found out all of you had to do was put on a hat. Just then a snowy owl appeared at the windowsill with a red envelope.
Yo, it's Hodwig.
It's Hudig. Honey, Rose, cover up your ears. The owl delivered a howler. Who's it
Oh
from?
no, not a howler.
Who's it from? Asked Hermione. Luna and Neville. I'm opening it now. Ready? Yes. Cover your ears, Hugo. Ron ripped open the envelope and quickly opened the paper.
Wait, rip headphone users, by the way.
Wait, Carl, can you scream?
No, I want to do it.
Okay.
Rip headphone users.
Ron! Hermione! We've been robbed! We went to the Potters yesterday to give them the invitation to our wedding, and when we returned to our house, everything that wasn't nailed to the floor was gone! Thank God all of our valuables are in Gringotts! Would it be okay if... spelled okay, just okay. No A-W as well. Or A-Y.
Would it be Ock if you say...
If we stay at your place until the wedding, please send us an owl at your first opportunity. Hermione quickly went to the kitchen and grabbed a piece of parchment and wrote.
And I also the first time he wrote a letter, he wrote it in text. He wrote it in normal normal
just
font.
all caps, then fucking cursive.
Then he made a font to write a special font. I guess it's Hermione's handwriting. I also like how Luna and Neville, first of all, they're getting married. Second of all, I like how they went to fucking Harry Potter and Ginny Weasley's house to hand deliver them a written letter. And then they send Ron and Hermione an
I
owl.
figured it was like an invitation. More like it wasn't more like a letter.
And they send them a howler too. Not even just
Howlers
a regular
are
letter.
bad.
You know how long howlers are like? Oh, they're fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did Hermione write?
We just got your owl. Of course you can stay as long as you want. Did your robbers leave anything? Hermione. Ron sent the owl off and Hermione came down the stairs with Rose. They've been robbed? Exclamation question mark asked Hermione. Rose and then Hanson wrote, what?
No, because he wrote asked Hermione.
Yeah.
It
should be
Ron,
asked Rose.
he literally Hermione just came downstairs. Ron set the owl off and Hermione came downstairs with Rose. They've been robbed. Asked Hermione. Hermione wrote the fucking letter. So of course you would know.
Alright, that's the end of chapter.
Oh, dude, I can't wait.
Here, we can't leave him on a
No,
cliffhanger.
Okay, only two, please.
No, we're leaving him on a cliffhanger. You guys have to listen to the next episode that Karl is on. I know the Karl episodes aren't popular. The last one even got dislikes.
Yeah, because it was bad chemistry with Burrow. The first episode.
No.
Burrow has good chemistry.
Burrow's electric.
It was my fault. It was my fault.
Here's the reason that that episode was bad. Because Karl loves being the center of attention, and Burrow deserves to be the center of attention in those stories. So Karl literally goes, this story doesn't pertain to me.
Karl wasn't talked about for 2 minutes today.
Yeah.
He went on Instagram.
Exactly.
Fucking A.
Oh my god.
This is the first time Karl's been on with more than one person.
That's right. Yeah. With more than 3.
Well, yeah, not including me.
3 total people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would like to just say how great it is to have this combination because this is not like a normal everyday
I feel like the
people.
wacky ones do better, you know?
I lost my Loudmouth podcast virginity today.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Be Quiet podcast virginity.
Fuck. I listened to it.
Yeah.
So
I heard you. I just saw you go.
Yeah, that's it.
Great find.
I've listened to every episode.
Every minute of every
I
episode.
I am one of the few people that have listened to every minute of this podcast.
I listen to the Sanquist ones because I just like to meme them. It's
Oh, okay. So you have listened to some of them.
yeah, I listen. Yeah, a Kubel. I obviously listen to the Kubel one.
Oh,
he's like
That
my
one
child.
sucked though.
Oh,
He's my childhood.
That
I don't
was-
care.
it
It's
was
Jason
bad.
fucking Kubel.
It's Jason Kubel.
That's true. I can't wait to do a
Dude, he hit for the
airs
cycle one time. We were watching it in my
Twice.
garage on the TV.
Did you know he did this cycle twice?
He hit twice.
Yeah.
Oh, 6 and 09, right?
He did it in 06 and in 09.
How the hell did that guy leg out a fucking triple?
This
Exactly.
is the fucking
He's a
goat.
human barrel.
He's Jason Kubel.
I'm sorry.
AKA Jesus Christ himself.
I like how he goes, you know he hit the cycle? That's all we talked about in episode 1.
I listened to part of it.
That's a classic episode with Joe Notch on it. I wonder if we'll have him on again. Oh, in episode 53 he's going to be on.
Yeah.
Also, no, Joe Notch today. We're in history class, right? I think it was Sanquist was trying to like frisbee my hat onto someone's head. Joe Notch comes by, catches it, and then fucking disc golfs it at me.
53 is Carlina, Notch, and
McCoy.
McCoy.
So
yeah.
I'd like to add in. This doesn't pertain to Marcus or Ben, but today. So
Thanks, Karl.
In choir, whenever we have days off.
Yeah, you're
Oh, this is okay. This is actually no. Listen to this. This is a
we-
sad story. This is a sad story.
So we have after concerts, we typically take like 4 days, especially going into spring break now. Like, there's nothing to do over the next 4 days that we're going to remember or care about anyway. So our teacher basically just let us have a study off for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we do this thing whenever we don't have something to do in choir called ball, and it is legendary. Lucas, you may explain.
Okay,
what
so
this is.
ball is basically this game where there's a bunch of masking tape, and we made a ball out of it, and what you have to do is hit it in the air.
Less than a tennis ball size, but
Yeah, you have to hit it in the air.
more than a golf ball.
Yeah, you can get double hit. Basically, it's like if you fuck up the hit,
It's like
if-
spike ball
If you
without putting it on the ground, basically.
if you fuck up the rotation, you're out basically. And so we have these intense games where like 9 or 8 to 10 of us will
Yeah.
come and like fucking play this game. So the past couple of days, Mr. Choir Teacher has been doing some recordings in his office. So instead of doing it in the choir room, we had to go all the way to the foyer of the high school. Which I think I can say that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure lots of high schools have foyers.
Right. So there are these big windows in the foyer, right?
Yeah,
and
so
they're-
it's-
they
so it's
just
hot as
hurt-
fuck.
It's hot as fuck, and it hurts your eyes. So we always have these massive arguments in this game because the rules are not very set. Like if it goes in the middle of two people who's out, if it goes in the middle of everybody who's out, like all these arguments. So we play this game with Jack Dunn, and Jack Dunn, if you haven't caught on with this podcast, has a very short temper. And Jack Dunn got mad at this game. We've been playing this game for months now. At this point,
Yes.
the game.
This game is legendary.
Yeah, like
This
we
is
get
a game of respect
we get
among brothers.
we get intense.
No girls allowed.
Yeah, so we've decided that this is the season finale of Ball because spring break is happening. You know, for the 1 week that spring break is happening.
Yes.
And so Jack Dunn loses and slaps the ball really hard, and it goes and lands on the fucking window, like the very top window, like the ledge. So we have now forever lost that tape ball. It is forever gone. And people are like, well, they'll knock it down. No, they will not. That will be there for the history of that high school.
Our freshman year, we walked in and like so in the cafeteria, right? There's a big windows.
Yeah.
There's
and
that
some
fucking
kid
statue.
Well, yeah, there's a Jesus statue, and then one kid flipped a water bottle
Yeah.
up there, like,
And it landed.
and it like and I just look at it every day, and I'm
Yeah, it's still there.
Biggest dick in the school.
So we're
So-
obviously
okay.
we're not a private a religious school at all. We're a public school. So basically, what happened is that there is an actual like Jesus statue on like one of the biggest window ledges, one of the tallest ones.
It's like 50 feet
Yeah,
up.
it's.
I
super
actually
high
did
up.
not know that was Jesus.
So it's a big.
It's Korean Jesus.
So it's just up there chilling, looking out the window.
Vietnamese
And
Jesus.
apparently, one year they took it down because we're not a private school, and apparently the football team did not win a single game that year, so they put it back up. Like,
That's fun. Oh, I get. Oh,
Yeah.
like a fucking superstition.
yeah.
So in freshman year, we were playing tennis inside because like it was raining or whatever, and inside practices suck. You don't really get anything done. But we were in the hallway, just like hitting balls off the wall, like just fucking around. And I hit a ball up, and it hit a ceiling tile, and the ceiling tile basically it didn't fall out because it was like a thin ceiling tile.
So you didn't pull a burrow.
No,
Think you hit in the head with it?
it like rotated a little bit,
tub almost
and
drowned.
I'm like, oh shit, and I'm literally thinking to myself, that ceiling tile, they'll fix that. By the end of the year, the ceiling tile was not there. So if you go to our school, if you go to the hallway like by the gym, like the bottom floor one, there is a ceiling tile missing in that staircase. And that will, like, I'm going to see how long it takes them to put one there back. Because that has been there.
And it'll still not be
Yeah,
there.
that's what I said. I said something. That'll be there until graduation.
They'll probably forget about it.
Yeah. On the staff, the only reason that'll be fixed is if the staff is listening to this podcast, which is very well possible because it's not like it hasn't happened before.
Hi, miss.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you like Karl's fan fiction for you to get to the end of this podcast?
We should have dropped something like in the middle of the fanfiction because people are obviously like skipping through that.
Yeah.
Like we should like drop like
Nobody's skipping through the fan fiction part.
Oh my God.
That's the title of the episode. Is
No,
absolutely.
no.
That's the clickbaitiest title we can do.
Karl writes a fan fiction.
Karl's 7th grade fan fiction leaked.
leaked in parentheses, all caps, leaked.
Yeah.
Breaking.
Guinea.
Do you
Ginny
remember?
dies.
Which does not happen.
Sex? Question mark.
Neville is wrong.
No,
Exclamation mark, question mark.
No. Neville is robbed? Quotation mark? Question mark.
Neville and Linda Lovegood create the weirdest fucking babies of all time.
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Wait. Just wanted to make sure.
I don't think we're gonna do that anymore, Karl.
We're not.
Wait, hey, everyone shut up.
Good
There we
push.
go.
Good depth.
Yeah. Bless you.
Oh, Karl.
Damn, Karl, you sick a little
You
bit?
getting the common cold?
I'm gonna be honest. So
Seasonal allergies?
no, Sunday morning I woke up and I was awful. I was up for 22 hours the day before.
At where? Doing what?
Show choir.
Okay.
Okay. Gotta bleep out
Wait,
the
you just
half
said
of
the
that.
S word.
You said the S word and a city name, so.
Come on, it's like, this is a private.
Shut up!
It's a private Catholic high school in. It literally.
Shut up!
I've mentioned before.
Shut
up!
Literally, this is fine. This is completely fine.
Well, no, it's not.
Shut the fuck
Why?
up.
Just because I said it. Literally, it's completely fine. We have said names of cities in this town. It's
Cities in this town.
It's
Fucking
cities in this
rock.
town.
Cities in this town.
So basically, this whole week has been a recovery week for me. Like every single morning this week, I've woken up congested. I've had to, like, literally, it's gotten to the point with blowing my nose that blood has started to come out.
You gotta rip like a 10-minute shower just to
I know.
just get steam
like,
and
those hot showers, just and then just blow everything out. You got to pull a Daniel Burrow. When I'm at health, when I'm in school, I blow my nose like kind of quietly, conservatively. But like at my house, I am full blown Daniel Burrow.
you're burrowing. That
like
kid, I will never forget the
Japan,
first time
war
he
bombs
walked in. It
coming
was
off.
health 9, and he grabs a Kleenex. And I'm like, oh, bro's gonna blow his nose. I'm like, oh, nice.
And he grabs
Foghorn.
this.
And then,
The germs come in.
spitting all over your phone right
and then I'm sitting there trying to do my whatever test, and I like straight up jumped out of my chair. I was. No, I
it's
can't
like-
say his name. I was sitting up.
It's like you were
I'm
living
gonna
in
type it.
Hiroshima during World War II and just the fuck.
You know what? Okay, yeah, you finish that.
I
and
think if America gets invaded, we're not going to use like
I'm
sirens.
sitting by this guy.
then, okay.
He's the goal.
What was his reaction?
Say on.
He actually tried to bite me.
Oh yeah, he tried to shank me actually.
So he would flick carrots
He
at
had-
me every day in half 9.
He invited me in 3rd grade to his Nintendo Wii club in his treehouse.
That's hot.
Wow, he had a Wii in his treehouse. You should have gone.
Dude, I wish I had a freaking treehouse.
Okay, we gotta end this podcast. This is the second longest episode now. But anyways, Karl, what I was gonna say, you said that you were recovering all week this week.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. I think next week, I think it's safe to say things are looking up for you.
I don't know what you want me to say.
No, I'm just saying. I have a feeling that next week, things will be better. Just look on the bright side.
I can't wait for school next week, dude.
I know. What could possibly go wrong?